everybody, I'm CarlRyds and welcome to episode 16 of CarlRyds Plays Minecraft on the Ripple Effect Season 2 server. You'll see behind me the lovely turtle area that we built in the last episode, and of course our 114 sheep farm as well. Now, I did say that we'd be updating to 1.14. That is kind of on hold at the moment due to all the issues with chunk loading and things like that. We're currently testing a version of this world on a test server, so we may be updating to 1.14 during this episode, or maybe in the next episode. I'm not too sure at the moment, but I'll keep you guys informed about that. But what are we doing over here? Well, we've built up a lot of things over on our main island there, and we've also got the flight course over there. But this island is pretty cool, and I want to build on here. But I also want to make it a practical build. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a mob farm here underground. That's what this hole is about. So I'm going to be building a mob farm here, and then on top we're going to be doing some landscaping and building up a lighthouse on top of this area. So this is going to be the item elevator to bring up all the drops from the bottom there up to here. We're going to have a sorting system here and a storage system, and then the lighthouse around it. And I think that's going to look really cool when you look over from the base over to this area with the nice lighthouse and the landscaping as well. So we'll get to that later on in the episode, but first of all we need to build that mob farm. I'm going to leave in the description below the mob farm design that I am using. I've done some prep work already and started digging out some of the area. This is the hopper clock that is going to be controlling the farm, and it's going to be the full length of this area right here. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do some more work on the farm itself. I'm going to dig some more of it out and start putting some of the technical things in place for it, and then I'm going to bring you guys back in just a second and show you the progress. I'll see you then, guys. Welcome back, everybody. So the redstone is in. So when this hopper clock goes off, it turns off this torch, it turns off this redstone line right here, and that will open these trap doors. Now they have water behind them. So when that opens, it'll flush the mobs out. So this is 10 blocks. The last 3 is the water channels. That's going to take the mobs from there all the way to here, and then down a big chute to kill them. And then the drops will then be collected by hoppers, and they will then end up in an item elevator here that will go all the way up to the top right there. So I've dug out the first spawning room, which is here. The first time we open these, it'll get rid of all the torches, so that's not a problem at all. But we can keep going up with this. We can keep going all the way up there, and we can also create some more rooms on the other side as well, and bring them this way to the same item elevator. So there's a lot of room for expansion with this design. It's probably not the most efficient design in the world, but it is very resource light and very easy to build as well. So I'm going to do some more work on that. I'm going to put in the drop chute, and I'm going to put in the water system, and then I'm going to bring you guys back in just a second. Welcome back, everybody. I have put in the water stream that will take the mobs off here. As you can see, it kind of pushes them towards the middle to try and stop the spiders climbing up the walls. It then falls 24 blocks to a load of hoppers down there that will kill the mobs, and then their items will go into an item elevator, which I have already constructed up here. So I'm going to show you guys that now. So this is the upstairs. So all the drops come up this item elevator right here and into the filter system. So we are filtering rotten flesh, we are filtering bones, we are filtering gunpowder and string as well. This last section is for any armor that we get from the mobs when they die, or any other items as well that they might drop. And this is just an overflow chest. But these are the 4 that we are mainly getting from this farm, and it's mainly the gunpowder that I'm after, but having string on site here rather than having to go to the string farms, and having some rotten flesh to trade with villagers when I get my villager setup sorted out, it's good to have those kind of things here on the server here at the base. That is down to where I just came from, down to the 2 spawning platforms. I put another spawning platform down there, so there's now 2, and I've been on with my cam account, done a little bit of AFK, and that's why these are now coming through and the filters are all full. Just on that one, there we go. Yeah, so I put that in and done a bit of AFK in, and it's working perfectly, which I'm really happy about. I've come up with a design for a sort of lighthouse design to go around this. So we're going to cut to that now. I'm going to get CarlCam into the sky, and we're going to do that in the form of a third-person time-lapse. I'll see you guys in just a second. Welcome back, everybody. You join me on the AFK floor of my lighthouse. that we just built in that time lapse. I hope you enjoyed that. So here, this is where I put my stuff and sleep the night away if need be, and just kind of like stand here for a bit, AFK in for the mob farm that's underneath me. So I'm just going to show you some footage right now from CarlCam. This shows you the mob spawns, how the water system works, and everything like that. So they spawn on the platforms, they go down the water chute there, and then they take fall damage and die at the bottom in where the hoppers are. Now, unfortunately, there is an issue where the fall damage is not quite enough to kill the mobs if they're wearing armor, so that's an oversight on my part. If you guys have an idea of how I can solve that, let me know in the comments below, but it's not too much of an issue. I just go down there every now and again and just kill off the ones that are still alive. So it's not too much of an issue, but I would like to get that fixed. Coming back to here, we can go down this ladder and see the system you're all familiar with, which is the sorting system and the item elevator that goes into the chests here at the front. So you'll see that we have some rotten flesh, good for trading with villagers, some bones, good for having bone meal and stuff without having to actually kill them out of the skeleton grinder. We have some gunpowder, which is great for making rockets, because currently I buy all my rockets from Marlow, and I use a lot of rockets, so he's got a lot of my diamonds. So it's good to have a supply here that I can make some of my own rockets as well, be a bit more self-sufficient. We also have some string here, which is great to have on site, rather than having to go to one of the string farms and get some there. And we also have a sort of miscellaneous section, so these are witch drops, I believe. So a witch has spawned in there and died, and that is the drops that we got from them. So that's kind of what this last section is here. And if we ever have overflow, we have that little chest right there as well. So that's really cool for the inside. As you can see, it's the standard CarlRyds Season 2 design on the building there. And outside, we have a path, and we have some landscaping as well. I wanted to make this area look really nice. So I've used some podzol, some coarse dirt, some ferns, dead bushes, pickles, some mushrooms as well, and a bit of light in there as well. There's lighting under these too. Just all the way around here. Just to make the area look really nice. So if we fly, if we can actually fly, because there's quite a lot of people on the server at the moment. But if we fly over to the flight course and we take a look at it over here, so if I turn around, you can see the landscaping over there. Come over to the mansion, and there you have it. I think that looks really, really cool. I'm really happy with how the lighthouse has turned out. So yeah, that's really cool. As for other things that I've done, here is one of the Easter eggs from the Easter egg hunt. Now, the Easter egg hunt has now finished as I'm recording this, so we can actually tear this down. But what I might do instead is do something similar with the landscaping as I did over there, and make sort of a pattern in the sand here that matches the yellow and the purple texture here, and actually leave this one up as a sort of like callback, sort of memento to the egg hunt, because I've done that with other aubni's containers, such as the blanket container and also the end container over in that direction over there. So it might be nice to keep this one here actually, and just sort of have these things around my base. So I'm going to be doing that between this episode and the next episode. I love how that lighthouse looks from here. It looks brilliant. Love it. Okay, over here, I have changed out all of the grass and the dirt from layer 2 right down to the bottom. Changed that out for sand. So if we fly, server, fly, please. Okay, so if we look across the shoreline right here, you'll see that it is all sand now, rather than having the dirt and the grass and everything. You'll see if I spin around, you'll see that it's all now sand, all the way to this area over here as well, and the other egg right there. So I've changed all that out. I think it looks a lot better having layer 2 right down to the bottom as sand, rather than kind of mix of dirt and things as well. So I think that makes it all look really nice. You've seen the landscaping already from the last episode, but we have actually done some more landscaping. I just really want to get the outside of the base finished as soon as possible. And I didn't even realise that lighthouse is like directly in the middle of those trees. That's awesome. So if we go down here, you'll see I've added in some landscaping right here as well. And also in this area here. If we go around to the back of the farming building, you'll see that I've also landscaped this area as well with my usual landscaping design right here. So that is really cool. So that is what the new landscaping at the back of the farming building looks like. We have another aubni's container. This is for May, and this is the flower of containers. Every container has its thorns. Let's give it a read and see what is going on with this month's aubni's container. Spring showers bring May flowers, they say. And boy, was spring showery at the headquarters of aubni's spoils containers. So we thought that gifting you a bunch of flowers could help you celebrate properly this season of rebirth. But spring is not limited to only flowers. It also extends to everything green. So we thought we'd include all sorts of plants and vegetation as well. Hopefully, this month helps put a splash of colour around your base. And to help put you in the yard work mood, we added a nice upbeat little song, Happy Gardening. And there are the contents of the container as well. So that is the book right there. So we've actually got some things that I don't have. I don't think I have any orange tulips, and I don't think I have any pink tulips at the moment. And it's good to have all these kind of things as well. I've actually been using some of this already over at the mob farm over there. I've actually used some of the azure bluette flowers. I've actually been using some of them already. You'll see that I use them quite a lot in my landscaping. So I have actually opened this box before and used some of those. That's not just aubni not giving me a stack. That was me taking them. But yeah, there's loads of good things here. Brown mushrooms, everything like that. Nice song as well. Awesome. Another quality aubni's container there. I'm going to take that and bob those flowers into my storage system and everything like that. I've also done some work inside the mansion. So if we come into here, which now has instructions on it, only press once, door closes automatically. Because somebody, I'm not mentioning names, broke my door. So I added some instructions. So in here, I have done a few things. I have added in this area over here, which is our lounge. So we got some seating here, we got some cupboards, we got a big TV. I was going to I just looked up because I thought I'd put a projector in the ceiling, but I actually took it down because it didn't look very good. But I used to have a projector there, but it didn't really work, so I took that out. These are some note blocks to act as speakers, and of course the lamps as well. So I think our living room looks really good. And the last area we need to do is this area right here, which is the 114 crafting area and sort of playing around with things area. So that'll be built in hopefully the next episode when we update to 114.1. Because we did try to update to 114, and for a few of us, including myself, it was a complete and utter disaster. With the chunk loading issues, literally bits of my base just wouldn't load most of the time. It was terrible. So we rolled back to 113.2. And I've been playing on the pre-release of 114.1, and it looks like things are A-OK. So we should be on 114.1 in the next episode. Bank, your anvil's still here. I've also put in some dinner tables as well here in the middle of the mansion. So if you remember, this area was blank before. I've basically put in 2 sets of tables with some nice plates and some drinking cups, which I just broke. and some torches. These are going to be replaced with lanterns. They look a lot better with lanterns when we hit 114.1. And the nice quartz seats there as well. So that's what I decided to do along this area right here. Is there anything else that I've done? Yes, there is. There's one more thing. If you remember down here, there used to be an AFK area. Now, I've swapped that out now for something that is going to be very useful in 114. So if we come down here, can you guess what it is yet? It's not a sugarcane farm. It's going to be a bamboo farm. And this is the storage system for it right here. Already, all the redstone's done and everything. There's minecart hoppers running under here. It's all ready to go. So when we hit 114.1, I'm going to go get some bamboo. I'm going to plant it along here, and then when it grows, it'll break. Now, I did at first have this section right here as a water stream to collect the drops. But when we updated to 114 for testing purposes, I actually got some bamboo and put it in, and most of it got stuck on the dirt blocks. So what I've done instead, I've ripped the water system out and I've put in a hopper minecart system instead. So no matter where it drops on these two rows of blocks, it will be picked up. So we won't have any lossage. We are having terrible lossage, and I think that would, over time, you know, within the 5-minute window that entities, before they despawn, would end up causing a teensy bit of lag, and also I'd be losing resources. So that wasn't good. So I've changed that all up. And I think this is going to be really good for our bamboo farm. So we'll come and plant that, as I say, in the next episode. So that is it for the mansion. That is it for my lovely new lighthouse, which looks so good in the dark. It looks really good in the dark over there. Really happy with how that's come out. And it being sort of in the middle of these trees as well. Looks really, really cool. I'm going to say welcome back to one of our new members. We have 2 new members right now. HB Dev and E Strodinger's Cat. So they are our 2 new members. I've updated the video description to include their links to their channels, and also there's a link down there to the live stream that we did. We did a new members announcement stream on our official Twitter account, and the replay is available in that tweet there that's in the video description, so go and check that out. We had a lot of fun. We went over to the gaming district and we played a load of the games over there. We also came over here and played the Elytra Flight course as well with them. So yeah, it's a really fun evening. Really enjoyed hanging out with everyone. So go check that out if you missed it, because it really is a great watch. Jimbo did a great job at hosting that event for us over there as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do us for today. Next episode, we will be on 114.1, so make sure you join me for that. If you liked the episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!